is praiseworthy for somebody when he's young to get involved in serving the Borei Olam. And I read, Tov lageber ki yisa'ol b'nei orav. Praiseworthy is a man, or a woman for that matter, ki yisa'ol b'nei orav. When you're young, accept upon the self your yoke, that you're going to be growing in Avodat Hashem. What's considered young?
Not married?
I'll tell you. No, you're going to tell me? I don't know. What's considered young?
It's considered young.
Young is whatever age you are right now. You hear what I just said? Whatever age you are, you're young. You know what people think? People think, oh yeah, I'm already old, man. I can't already. I'm done. I'm already this. Where you are, that's the young. That's your young. And at that moment, wherever you are, at that moment in your life, start where you are. Start steiging, start growing in Avodat Hashem. Now, of course, the younger you are, the younger you start, the greater it is. But it's never, ever too late to start growing in Avodat Hashem. I told you this once from Nosson Tzvi Finkel, from the Rosh Yeshiva of the Mir Yeshiva. Listen to this. There was a 70-year-old man. It's brought down in the biography, Art Scroll edition of Rav Nosson Tzvi Finkel. He was the Rosh Yeshiva of the Mir Yeshiva. It's brought down, I think, towards the end of the biography. But listen to the story. There was a 70-year-old man. Listen to this, Mikey. 70, 75, I believe. So between 70, 75 exactly. And he came to the Mir, and he was retired at the age of 70, and he said, that's it, I'm sitting and learning in Kolel. As he's sitting and learning in Kolel, he comes to the rabbi, the Rosh Yeshiva, I finished Masechet Shabbat, I'm inviting him to the Siyum. He comes, he invites him to the Siyum. At the end of the Siyum, he comes to the Rosh Yeshiva and he says, I'm going to do another Gemara. I'm going to Mesayem another Gemara. I'm so happy that I did it. So he says, okay, no problem. Show me a plan, what you're going to do. What's he planning to do? He says, okay, and he says, I'm finishing this Mesechet in a year. That's a wrong plan. So what do you want me to do? He says, get me a real plan. He said, the next day he shows him a different plan. I'm finishing this and that and that. He says, it's a wrong plan. He says, Rashiva, what do you want me to do? He says, I want you to make me a plan how you're going to finish Kol HaTorah Kula. The whole Torah, the whole Shas, Ba'iyun, I want to see. But a real plan. He comes to him and he makes an entire plan. I'm going to do this, that, literally like a pamphlet. You know, imagine a pamphlet, like a blueprint, like you know how you're building a house. You have an architect. You have the architect. You do this and you do that. You do that. You know what I'm talking about? So he made a blueprint to what he's gonna accomplish. Okay, what did he do? He finished that, and he brings in the book, and Rav Nosson Tzvi Finkel is go through one page, second page, third page, fourth page, and he's going. He finishes it. Says, this is a plan. This is a plan. Think about it. You're going to go ahead and you're going to finish this, finish that. When are you going to do this? When are you going to learn that? He had a whole plan. I'm learning this from this time, that to that time, this to that time. So he says, but Rosh Yeshiva, this plan, you know how long it takes? It'll take me 23 years. He says, so? Start where you are. Start where you are. Don't give up hopes on yourself and say, no, I can't do it. I can't make it. It's so not true. No, because you know why? Nobody can make it. Because Hashem gives the siyata d'shmaya. Hashem is the one that's going to give you the access to be able to grow that great. Like it says, Kol mi shebal l'teher mesayin oto. Any person that wants to be tahor, Hashem will help him be tahor. Be'ez derech shadam rotzeh, molichin oto. Whichever derech you want to go, molichin. The Maharsha says, why do you say molichin? Molichin is plural, just say molichoto. Be'ez derech shadam rotzeh lelech, molichoto. What's molichin oto? The Maharsha says, listen to the Maharsha says, Hashem will send the two angels, Molichin, two in plural, to help you succeed in what you want to do. And therefore, of course, the younger you start, the better it is. Of course, if you start at the age of 4 or 5, steiging away, of course it's the best. Of course. But wherever you are, that's you're young, that's where you're starting, and that's where you say, I will be the greatest Bezrat Hashem that I can be. And that's why it says, Bishvili nivra ha'olam. How can it be Bishvili nivra ha'olam? Famous. The world was created for me. Because every person has a different tafkid in his life. Every person has a different inyan of the way he can accomplish his avodat Hashem. And you have to maximize your potential. Like the Rambam says, anybody can be like Moshe Rabbeinu, but it's impossible. You can't be like Moshe Rabbeinu. So the explanation of the Rambam everybody explains is, you cannot be like Moshe Rabbeinu. There will Moshe Rabbeinu. Nobody's going to be like Moshe Rabbeinu. So what is the Rambam's intention? The Rambam's intention is, just like Moshe Rabbeinu used his full potential, so too you can use your full potential and be the best that you can be. You have kochot. You have strengths. And you have to use your strengths. Woe is a person who doesn't realize and know his strengths. You have it. You have it in you. You can do great things. Why? Because it says, Ahava mekalkelet et hashura. What does that mean? Ahava mekalkelet et hashura means that love gets you wild. What does it mean love gets you wild? When a person, for example, is in love with let's say, let's say, I'll give you an example, just to take an example. Let's say I remember back in the day, there was something called baseball cards. You know what I'm talking about? Remember what I'm talking about or no? You know what I'm talking about? No? Or Pogs. You remember what I'm talking about, the Pog days? You know Pogs? You know Pogs? No. But they're not going to Pogs, like baseball cards, you remember? All right, baseball cards. I remember back in the day, people they loved baseball cards. I came to school once. I had a friend in my class. The guy had a loose leaf of every single play. You have it? Yeah. He had baseball, right? Yeah, he had a whole loose leaf like that, and he remembers the stats. His status. He had this amount of home runs, this amount of shots, this amount of. How do you know that? And then he asked him something about the schoolwork, math. The guy doesn't know 2 + 2. What happened? The answer is something that you love. You just go crazy about it. It doesn't even make sense that you know it so well. We have to get crazy in love with Hashem. We have to love God so much where it's insane. We're just addicted. We just became nuts. What happened? I'm just nuts, insanely in love with Hashem. I just can't. I can't. I love Him too much. I love Him too much. And you're doing wild things to serve Hashem. That's what you're doing. You're just going beyond the limits. What are you doing this for? Because I love Hashem so much. Look at Rav Nosson Tzvi Finkel. Do you know he had the biggest yeshiva in the world, the Mir Yeshiva? You know how many yeshiva students he had? The biggest in the world. The biggest. They asked him, how? I love Hashem and He loves the Torah. So I don't care how much it costs. I'm going to add in more yeshiva guys and more yeshiva guys and more yeshiva guys. It was above his budget. I don't care. I love Hashem so much. I don't care what price it costs. Let's go bring him. But what's going to be? You need another building. The building will come. I don't care. You know how many buildings he built? He did because he was in love with Hashem. Hashem loves Torah. Okay, I can't not accept the guy in the yeshiva. You want to come learn? Okay, you're in. But what do you mean by every yeshiva? Come in, come. You want to learn? Okay, come. You want to learn? Come. Every yeshiva guy, they had a place to go. Oh, yeshiva, yalla, let's go. But where are you going to fit everybody? Where are you going to fit everybody? I'll buy you another building. But where are you going to get another $3 million, $5 million? Figure it out. He got the guys and then he figured it out. You know what happened? Why? Because he was in love with Hashem. When you're in love with Hashem, your mind starts expanding. What else can I do for Hashem? What else can I do for Hashem? What else can I do for Hashem? What else? Have a great day.